God damn, that poop stink. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Homie Checkpoint. I'm Alex, he's Josh, and today we want to talk about, how you can maybe balance your combats a little bit better, or hell, maybe even role-playing a little bit more fairly.
Yeah, man, so this video is going to be geared more towards DMs and shit, but trust me, even if you've been running the game for a while, hell, like 20 years or whatever, man, just stick around. You might be able to pick something up.
So, we all know how combats work in video games. I mean, for the most part, all of a sudden you just walking around and you and a baddie see each other and now we brawling. And, now you just spamming the square button as fast as you can to get that sweet, sweet DPS.
Alright, but it don't work like that here, homie. This is good old turn-based combat, so you better just sit down, relax, pull up some YouTube, because we're going to be here for a minute.
Please don't do that.
Bro, shut up, I'm trying to get him to sub.
Dude, if we put out quality content, I promise the subs will come.
Okay, well you sit over there and I'm going to be living in reality.
Matthew, you feel your last breath leave your body as you crumble to the ground, as you utter your final words. Beautiful, just beautiful. Sir Dingus, what is your response? Oh, bro, what the hell?
Oh, shit, what happened?
Matthew just ate the metaphorical dick. He is dead as fuck now. I hope you got Revivify.
How the fuck did he die?
You mean to tell me that you were paying attention that whole time? Bro, he just gave a life-altering speech. This shit had me in tears. I'm not a bitch, though. I'm like, let's keep that clear. But like, what could have been so important that you missed that?
Man, I've just been subbing to Homie Checkpoint.
Anyway, so if you've been doing this for a while, or just any length of time really, you probably have a general idea of, the things we're going to touch on. But for those who don't, we're going to be talking about CRs, some resources for running your combats, and some strategies for making them run as smoothly as they possibly can.
Yeah, man, and if this is your first time ever running into combat, good luck, bro, because they about to run through this shit faster than Sonic the Hedgehog jacked up on Monster Energy. But don't worry about all that, man. It's about making it as fun for the table as you possibly can, which, I mean, that shit's gonna vary, but we'll get to that.
And for some, that might be genuinely difficult because, some people might enjoy a meat grinder style of play.
Alright, so let's start with CRs, and if you're first starting up, they're kind of a difficult concept to get over, but we're going to try our best at explaining it. So, basically, a creature CR, or challenge rating, is based on a party of 4 players. The CR is equal to the player's current level in the game. So, basically, if you have a single CR5 creature, then a party of 4 level 5 players should be able to handle it with medium difficulty.
See, the math, though, can start to get a little bit wonky when you start adding multiple creatures of varying CRs, and even adding more party members. But let's stick with the 4 party member formula for now, because it's easier. So, a party of 4 level 1 characters can, in theory, take 16 CR 1/4 creatures. In theory, they can do that. In reality, probably not. Well, the reason we at Homie Checkpoint don't really like CRs is because of action economy. And what that really boils down to is the optimal number of actions taken for the maximum damage output for one side of the battlefield.
In an earlier video, we mentioned the Shadow when we were discussing why CRs are bullshit. The main reason for that being is because the Shadow, despite being only a CR 1/2, is capable of killing a player outright with no saving throw involved. That just goes to show that sometimes action economy is not taken in mind when creating creatures.
What it really boils down to, homie, is that you need to figure out what your party can handle before you throw these standard combats at them. Like in our DM video, we mentioned maybe trying to throw those easier combats at them first, let them get their feet wet. And if they're like strategizing super well, and it looks like they need more of a challenge, go ahead, give them hell.
But if they struggle just to handle what you threw at them, just that little tiny bit, maybe don't go by those CRs just yet. Yeah, man, I didn't think we were gonna pull that one out.
Yeah, bro, man, I thought you were a goner for sure, but man, we pulled that one out.
Bruh, they don't even know about the other 2 phases I have planned.
Okay, so in a typical round of combat, a player or creature will have at their disposal an action, a bonus action, and a reaction. And, well, there are some creatures out there that have these things called legendary actions, and these are creatures that are more set up to be boss monsters. And these creatures' stat blocks will explain how these specific abilities, these legendary actions work. But to give you a little bit of detail in it so you're not going in completely blind, a creature that has legendary actions will always take their legendary actions at the end of another player or creature's turn.
Right, and you know, legendary actions come in set amounts, usually 3, and they will recharge at the end of the creature's turn every time it passes. Also, some legendary actions are worth more than others, so just reading that stat block to see how many actions each ability is worth.
Okay, and there are some creatures out there that have these little nifty things called lair action, which are really only accessible to that creature when they're within their lair. And how they work for the most part is they will fall on initiative count 20, losing any initiative ties. What that really boils down to is the DM will look at wherever the hell he's keeping track of initiative at, and he'll just treat the lair action as if it's its own player or creature with its initiative falling at 20.
Man, and you know, another part of hard combats is, and we gotta talk about them, legendary resistances. Now, if you can't tell, I hate them. They're the most uninteractive piece of garbage that is in D&D 5e. But we all know Stunning Strike is a thing, so we gotta deal with them. Well, basically how they work is if a creature has legendary resistances left to burn up, then he can just flat out say no if you try to force him to make a save. So yeah, any kind of spell, stunning strike, all that kind of crap, he's just gonna be like, nah. Now, homies, if you are DMing a creature that has legendary resistances, please, for the love of God, don't just say he uses a legendary resistance to pass. Like, I don't know, think of something on the spot. Be like, your spell had no effect because he's just so goddamn strong. I don't know, you know, be creative or something, fuck.
I realize the situation is dire and I'm running out of options. I know I vowed only to use my magic for good, but I see no other way. I can't do this, but I must. Feeble mind!
Your mother now looks you in your eyes, flabbergasted at every word that passes through her ears. You watch as her expression changes from fear to betrayal, and then finally understanding. And then, nah, fuck that. She's gonna pass that save, bro.
Wait, hold up, what?
Cause I'm the DM, bitch! And she's gonna cast, let me look at her prepared spells. Feeble mind, motherfucker.
The next thing I want to go ahead and get out of the way is that, well, homies, you don't have to listen to a lick of what we say about role-playing monsters if you don't feel like it. The fact of the matter is, plenty of people just play it straight off the page and just take turns passing numbers around the table.
I mean, that shit kind of boring.
Exactly! So, let's just take a minute and look at the tools we have at our disposal when it comes to role-playing out these encounters.
So, one of the biggest identifiers you can have for how your creature might act is its alignment. Neutral good, chaotic evil, lawful good, lawful neutral, you know, things like that. And I know we gonna do our video on alignment eventually at some point soon, maybe.
True. In short, a creature's alignment is going to decide how a creature behaves on and off the battlefield. Is your creature lawful good? Well, it's probably not going to go for the kill shot unless it deems it absolutely necessary.
Well, on the other side of that spectrum is the creature chaotic evil. Because if that's the case, I mean, more than likely, it's going to do everything within its power to make sure you suffer. That being said, you don't really have to play everything by the book, you know. Its alignment can be whatever the hell you want it to be.
We're just saying that maybe going by creatures' listed alignments might make it easier for you to decide how they're going to act.
We did it, me brothers. Nah, with the TP is ours now. Now, for the heretics. Only a punishment fit for those truly deserving of the Black Dragon's wrath will do.
Man, please, dude, don't do this. I worked so hard on this character, man. Come on.
Silence!
Oh, hell no. Did you just...
Boy, I say, shut the hell up. Now, my brothers, bestow upon him the spanking!
What?
I told you to hold on. We worked too damn hard on that character right now. I ain't finna kill him.
That shit don't make no sense. He's a fucking murderous pirate lord.
Well, which is it? I mean, you want them dead or not?
Outside of a creature's alignment, you can also look at their charisma, intelligence, and wisdom scores, or as I like to refer to them, the personality scores.
And yeah, for the most part, charisma is often used to determine how attractive your character is. But shut up! This is our damn video, make your own!
Yeah, so basically if a creature has a low intelligence score, play them as such. You know, a rock with a -1 intelligence is not going to know your players are playing dead. Likewise, a creature with a 20 intelligence is not going to fall for the same trick twice.
Yo, since you mentioned that, I'd like to point out that, you know, a lot of players think that, you know, every combat's got to end and with somebody dying.
Right, and you know, I'm glad you brought that up because the fact is it doesn't. Say that you're making them fight a bear, you know, odds are that bear was probably just minding his own business, and either if your players run away or they beat the bear into a point of submission, you know, the combat's going to end because the bear's either going to run away or go about his day. Not every single combat has to end in bloodshed.
And finally, and this is something we cannot stress enough, is please read your character stat blocks, maybe even do a little bit of research on their lore so you know what it is you're dealing with before you throw it at your players, especially if you want the best results.
Yeah, man, and even if you cook this shit up out the dome, if you came up with this all on your own, you still gotta know that shit, man, because you gotta be able to answer any lingering questions. Man, this is free advice, bro. Like, I cannot stress that shit enough.
Alright, so yeah, I forgot. That link to Kathy's OnlyFans, that's gonna be in the description below for those that want that premium, you know?
Hold the fuck up. God, 1 second. God damn, what the... Bro. The OnlyFans is in phase 4 of Homie Checkpoint. We are still in phase 1. What are you doing?
Fuck, man, you're right, but, you know, I'm a risk taker. So that's gonna do it for the video this week, guys. Hope you enjoy it. We'll catch you next week.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, homies, with the bell turned on. Let's just sit there.